Valentine-san dislikes casual fans, saying that all people who like tennis are casual fans.
Enough already. Yeah, comments on Shin's movie. It's sad to see. It's there sometimes and not other times. I can't control it.
Welcome to the cast. This is Koso Shin. Today, I want to go over the tennis match with Mr. Nasukawa and Valentine. I think I'll take up boxing. I think everyone is uploading their impressions and videos, but a lot of things are being said. First of all, whether angels do that or not. It's a foregone conclusion that you win by feeling. It would be nice if you could say why you couldn't do it. Don't you have a lot of theories or something? What was Mr. Hatsuka thinking, like not having enough experience, not knowing how to leave things behind? Why didn't he fall, I wonder?
I think it's an oversight. The Angel's boxing, it's like he's piercing through the opponent's gaps like a panther. The more you level up in boxing, the more you realize that it's not just about brute strength. It's about finding the right moment and place to strike, which doesn't always come easily. It's not just about finding those gaps. Most boxers like Kenshiro keep punching, blocking, and creating openings while moving.
Or something like that.
Well, something like that. Even a hole that's not 100% empty is still strong. Just because you throw a punch doesn't mean you've used all your punching power.
It's necessary, you know.
That's why I say it's not a clean hit punch. Because there are many cases of knockdowns that are not clean hits. When a clean hit lands, it's usually over, so I guess that's why Igami is putting it out there. I think 90% of punches are not super clean hits. And I think the remaining 10% is for landing that strong 90% punch, which is absolutely necessary.
Yes.
Basically, when the opponent is strong, if you can punch while moving this block, you can see the gap to rush more when the opponent is strong, because you are always watching. So when the opponent is strong, you have to hit it.
So cover up, right? After all, winning is important, isn't it?
It's foolish, isn't it?
That
is normal.
Isn't it?
Even then, try doing this. It's no longer necessary.
This is
anything on the guard?
Already.
If you fall.
That's right. The stupidity is covered and hit. It's funny when you say there's none, right? In my kickboxing, it's often the opposite. When I get hit, I rise and rush. Well, that's how we fight 90% of the time. Isn't it interesting? Because I started with kickboxing and then got into boxing, I tend to look at fights from a boxer's perspective.
That's why.
That's what I'm thinking now. And then, coincidentally, Tenshin Nasukawa. I met him at the gym, and we talked about boxing and kickboxing, and I was really into boxing. Isn't the fight more important? Compared to kickboxers, Tenshin had the opposite opinion. If one thing doesn't work well for a kickboxer, they will attack with a different method. For example, if the punch is no good, they will go with a kick, or they will go in with a flying seat. But surprisingly, boxers, they say they can do the same thing. If we talk more, it's probably due to the difference in levels that it became a guessing game. Even if the level is high and strong up to that point, it's not at the level of a world champion, right? Because there are fewer tools, fewer options. And if you become a world champion, it's a different thing if one more thing goes well. Different approach, different combination. In the end, the person who is good at it says it's easier to do it. That's what they were saying.
You know,
It's empty.
Because I can make it. If you ask me which one, well, it's because I felt it in my heart. Because it's something I felt myself. I have no intention of denying it. That being said, this is what I think. Boxing isn't long. For example, if you get covered up after a kick, that round is 100% taken, and there are only 3 rounds. Something's wrong, right? The game ends if you don't do anything. Boxing is an example of a sport with long rounds. There are 12 rounds, 8 to 12 times. It worked. Even if this round is taken, if the opponent rushes in response using stamina, it could lead to winning the next round or not, but at least 5 rounds ahead. Whether I can take the lead in the 6th round or not, from there. Whether I can keep it to myself or not, because I might not be able to. It's either way. You know, in my opinion. I think the kickboxer is faster. This is bad for us.
We need to go right away.
I think it's just that the changes are happening so quickly. It feels like we're moving. I guess if I had to say, I'd say there's probably only 3 or 4 rounds left for me. That's just how it feels. It's like the wind. I think I'll choose how to fight.
Anyway,
The journey is still long. This time, Gusmo was only heard in a single round. Are there 8 rounds?
draw.
And there are 7 times. Yeah, I think there are people who feel like, what if the angels were gone and there were no stars? Maybe you should calm down a bit and think about it. After all, this sport is something else, isn't it? On the contrary, I'd say that boxing requires more guts than anything else in the end. One thing leads to immediate results.
Even if it doesn't.
This will yield results.
Saying that we need a little more patience, even if we don't want to.
Because we're going to approach it. We're going to break through the guard as well. It may not be now, but it's a slow process. I thought we'd keep doing it, and eventually everyone would probably end up there, but I didn't think the opponent would also keep getting tired and keep going, stacking up the small damages. I thought this was quite a boxing match.
Mr. Anton also said something similar. He really only had a sandbag, so he said he would knock down the kickboxer right away and go back. It's interesting because he also said he could knock him down there. But of course, the boxer's fighting ability is always high. In the end, a decision loss is better than a loss. No matter how you think about it, well, you know. That's the thing, isn't it?
But let me tell you from us boxers, we don't think a win by decision is stronger than a win. And a person who loses by decision is weaker than a loser. That's professional boxing for you.
For example, boxing.
Deeply involved in
With some
different,
I understand that.
but still the general public's opinion.
And
It's seen that the winners are amazing and the losers are weaker.
that's what is, even if you understand, it was something top-notch. There are many things being researched around, aren't there? In that, for example, if the loss is 5 cups heavy and all of it is a loss, well, something can be seen. Isn't it better to make a judgment like that?
Well.
If you stick to the guard, you might be able to win at first, but you can't predict the middle. Even in the middle, if you stand up until the end without getting too flustered, it's good. That's how I felt when I switched.
So,
I see.
I've been quite the goosebump until the end. It was out before.
From
I thought standing up would be good. I don't think it's a joke. However,
happily.
I guess I was simply not good enough, says Gusman.
Just
Well, it's already decided that I can't oppose innocence. I chose my opponent from the start.
is
Suddenly can't do it. What a bummer. Honestly, I didn't think you'd choose such a risky opponent.
what's that?
This time, it's about Tenshin admitting he's been doing it all along. Not what Gusman will do, right?
No.
A punch to knock down. A punch that works. So I was looking forward to that. I'm sorry, Gusman, for being honest.
But it's not about the content. Everyone says that Tenshin is fine as he is, and everyone can't say that they can't say that sentence. Performer.
Tsuboi
No amateur achievements in the second boxing match.
and this
Most people say it's okay as it is, but there's always a but afterwards.
quite a lot.
There are many...
While many can fit, it's not particularly exciting, is it?
Yeah, knock something over.
Mood.
I want to express my urge to knock something over to show my mood. I mean, I say that, but I think it's not fair, and I have a feeling of wanting to win. Isn't it the opponent who has to show the will to win? Why in that position?
Win. It's about the spirit, isn't it?
Lose.
Knockdown. It's about the spirit.
Knockdown. Knockdown. Is that what you mean? In the end, aren't we boxing fans waiting for Devin Haley's victory? Or not? Isn't that right, Shakur? Well, anyway.
But as for this time, I think Tenshin has no choice, even if he is told. My dad was standing well, right? I was unconscious. That's how it is. I think there is also a meaning to it. I'm the one who said it, you know. I'm the one who sent the message. Please take a look at this one this time.
Like this.
Look at the nothingness that is me. Many things remain difficult to do, even when asked to please look. In my life, and there are many things that I've said, I'll do this, and couldn't do it. But rather than saying I couldn't do it, it looks more like I didn't do it.
Why?
Even if you say that it's okay that Gutsman didn't fall, if you said you were going to do it with just one punch, then show us the attitude of going to knock him down like Kenshiro or Nakatani.
That's what I think. Go knock him down. Don't you think there's a possibility that you don't have the experience and skills yet?
But little by little, I think it's going to improve. I've come to understand the feeling of the punch itself, but I still have a long way to go before I can really sit down and punch. I'm still on top of the block to some extent.
So,
the risk of being hit increases even more than now. I mean, it's just like that. I think, as I've said before, if now Haru Igami is super, it's like tuning for boxing.
pure.
Really going for that tuning, even now. In the second battle. That's why we're gradually improving. I'm seriously telling you this time. I mean,
I think that's the case. Is it a matter of feelings, or is it me?
a matter of feelings.
I think it's a problem.
Even if I ended up not knocking him down, I think I could have done a little more. Even in the first round, I think I could have burned more. If I had rushed, I might not have stopped in the first round. That's what I think.
At that time, I was most spirited. Finally, I've told you several times during the rehearsal, haven't I?
That's why probably even though President Nakagawa said it, I also feel that way. What I said about myself. Good results. Something really... I said wow in response to a story, and as a result, I was assaulted and robbed.
I ended up losing.
Just say that. Are you going there? I didn't mean to knock you down or anything.
But that's how it is, isn't it? You're saying that Tenshin is doing this, but doesn't everyone do this? Like, I'm a boxer, but doesn't everyone fight to win, like a martial artist? Not just a boxer.
特使
I'll promote the gear. Well, if it doesn't work out, I won't proceed in that way. I get criticized to some extent, but I wonder if I get criticized as much as an angel.
But,
Well, that...
you know, saying that everyone will be knocked out and not fighting yourself.
Right.
Keep saying you're going to win.
That's why...
So, like Mayweather, if you keep saying you're going to win, it's okay, right? Well, anyway.
Really?
This time it's about my own punch and stuff. There. President Nakagawa also came here and talked. Especially in the part called damage. If you can draw attention, everyone probably paid attention to that. Match with Guzman. It's Guzman. Probably no one thinks about whether they will win or lose.
Really?
But if tension was at that level, there wouldn't be this much anticipation. If he really said something like that.
So, this feeling... I think it's about showing that feeling. I probably don't understand it fully, but the person himself has matched that counter and taken it down. I thought I could do that several more times and win. I'm shocked that I couldn't knock him down. I didn't expect this situation. Really, I really won.
Probably.
In my heart.
So.
I thought I would be able to do it, but it seems like I was just being optimistic. I think it's a lack of planning and experience. I think that's the problem with that attitude.
It all comes down to poor planning and inexperience. But I'm resolute, you know.
Determined.
Jim is already there. Elite Jim in the elite. I don't know, John.
John, I understand such things.
There is a reason. Some kind of counter. It exists. There are also things like Mayweather, right? The same punch really has various feints.
So that's what it means, but that's for people like Ricky Hatton who go all out, right? So boxers like that are just like Guzman, right? They attack in that way. The Yonhan also does the same, doesn't he? It's not wrong because that's how it is. In that sense, I am not that person. I think it was replaced with that.
That's right. For example, Ricky Hatton was also doing it, right? He was careful. But he was also doing it, right? This is it. First of all, even if it's a Mayweather, I'm hitting above the guard. In the end, if it's there, I think the Mayweather is not looking for a gap. But against what comes, I open it by hitting above the guard and finally check hook. I ate a baguette, right? So even if it's Mayweather, that's right. Even if it's Mayweather, I opened it without hitting anything. And there's a shun there. As long as there is no difference in level, it's good. Not. I've never seen anyone take down a Mewtwo like that.
Definitely.
For example, Mayweather against Diego Corrales. He made him faint with an uppercut.
Big cleanest just hit.
But before that hit, Mayweather was throwing strong body jabs, really strong ones. Igami special.
Understand. You understand, right? To Fulton.
Hit that many times. Come here. Another strong one is coming. So get out. It's a bomb. Finally, I did it, as I said, while doing it. Thank you. I can do that with the super speed I just opened to burn and such. Tenshin is amazing, seriously, because he's not here. That kind of APK. If he could do all of that, it would be super special. But if he doesn't do other things in exchange for doing that, it will inevitably lead to such a result, right?
I'm looking forward to the next time I think about it, but, well.
Every time with this.
I understand.
That's right, with this again. It was clearly better than Yonahan's time.
You're getting stronger next.
I really think you'll become even stronger. It feels like you can level up in a different way with that kind of win, doesn't it?
That's right. I wonder if you're saying you'll win even for the next third battle.
This is a bit...
It's a sight to see, isn't it? Including that, it's a learning experience.
If that were the case, he would replace me somewhere. But my fight isn't like that.
That's what I thought.
Even if he shows perfect boxing, I don't think it's a big deal at all.
It's a big deal, but I've seen some comments saying that if there's no tension, fans will leave. But I don't think that's the case. Ultimately, Tenshin's fans will form their own opinions.
To win?
I don't understand. They want to win.
I'm thinking, in the end, I like the response and watch Naoya Inoue, but even if he doesn't KO, there are people who say they'll watch Tenshin. I won't apologize either. I don't think I'm a boxing fan. People who like boxing. People who watch boxing. People who understand boxing. The speed of a punch that doesn't hit is also one aspect of boxing, and a knockout is also one, you know? To what extent can you see such features? I think I'm no longer just a boxing fan, so what do you say like this? To be honest, I've been saying this from the beginning, but it's not a big deal. I'm not honestly expecting a KO, you know. Is there another KO, man? Is there another monster? Yes, well, he might show some other parts, but I think he's too much of a specialist and we probably won't see much of the other parts. But if Tenshin can knock him down, he might be able to do something that now couldn't. That's why his movement, defense, and the boxing that we usually see from boxing maniacs, can he show more of that or not? That's what I'm thinking. I think that's a great feature of Tenshin. What will it be, Bo?
What's a boxing maniac? In the end, even the Tenshin fans are now cheering for Takeru. I think in the end, it's either you're a boxing fan or a Tenshin fan. For Tenshin's KO.
Concerned.
It's
a certain day.
How are you? But you think it's okay. The boxing fan keeps repeating himself. I think that's what Mania is. I don't know, but I think even casual boxing fans care about that the most.
But even casual boxing fans are not just boxing fans, right?
That's why.
Just a fan of people. Just because I want to say that A is better than B, so I want to take the mount of A.
That's right.
I think it's okay to ignore my opinion.
You know. For example, fans of Terashi, Nakatani fans.
All
Why was I noticed by the angel even though I'm strong? I was respected again, as if I didn't exist. I think there's a reason why you don't value the heart of heaven so much, even with such a variety of reasons.
I wonder what it is.
But I'm sure I'll leave a lot of comments in the video. There are quite a few ants, aren't there? That's what they say, but I don't really care.
I'm thinking about it, but humans are idiots. If they do something stupid, it's annoying. I'm bad. But I don't want to waste my time on such idiots.
The one who is arguing with the biggest idiot is...
Otaka.
It's Haruta-san, isn't it?
But still,
What do you mean?
I have such an opinion. When such a person is there, I ignore or I'm not there. I'm saying that if I get pissed off by the words of such a person, I'll also get pissed off. And if I get pissed off, you'll also think I'm pissed off and get hurt.
Because I've decided this.
Is my target. If there's something you want to say to Tenshin, you don't have to worry about it. At least I think when I'm watching Tenshin's boxing, I'm paying attention to something because he said he was going to knock him down this time. So it's not like that. It's okay. That's it.
But I think...
I mainly watch Tenshin's boxing matches, even when viewing other fights. I don't really look at the power or anything.
I look at the movements and such.
For example, who looks at power when watching Mayweather?
See?
Isn't it?
But...
He can make his own quality, can he?
Right?
I think it's not power unless it's channeled.
Maybe.
When I see an S, I always wonder when it will fall.
But I love to watch it anyway.
When I see Ushiku, I don't think about such things. I just don't look, right?
Therefore...
Overseas Mochiron is highlighted.
So
Everyone knows that there are flowers in parts other than Mochiron, and the fact that they are selling it properly is the overseas box.
Gromachenko is also like that. Such a clear footwork.
Like roller skating.
Incredible.
It's so beautiful. In the end, Japan won't fall unless it's necessary. When I say it's not interesting if I try from my point of view, that simplicity, I don't even understand it myself.
I understand. That's right. That's right. But even so, there are quite a few people who support the Japanese culture that is so hard to understand. Isn't there also something like a cheerleader?
And then...
Is it about showing your spirit? Showing your spirit? Because I like players who do that.
In America,
More often,
strive. Show the player's spirit.
choose.
Everyone is like, ah.
That's right.
Because that's what humans do. Humans are most moved when they see others doing something with all their heart.
Hearts.
In the end, that's what matters. Tenshin did not fall down this time, but let's go and do what he said rather than not doing anything.
Everyone.
If your heart wavers, you'll lose.
However,
I think I'm being misunderstood.
that's where I come in.
I'm thinking.
That's not possible, is it? So, you've liked Tenshin for a long time, haven't you? You're not a fan of Manetari-san, are you? Why don't you like angels?
I don't know. Something like that. You're this deep well. Collaborate with this scene. Why is that? They're calling me an angel, but I'm saying. I'm definitely saying it. Even if you look at my whole body, it's nothing but angelic.
Don't say it.
When I compared it with someone, I just said that the angel is still like this. It's you.
I can't help it. I've become an aunt, too.
No, because I'm already saying that. I wonder what you mean by that. In Japan, we can't criticize based on our own thoughts. I wonder if it's the same overseas or not.
So, also,
I particularly feel that in Japan, people who say things that go against the flow of society, even if it's logical, there's such a background. No matter how I explain such a scene, everyone stops thinking and just goes along with it.
this,
I'm saying it should be like this. Really,
The ones who stand up.
Those who stand out are already being targeted.
Such things exist in English. Well, anyway.
Isn't it?
It's not there, right? Definitely, right, Yanya? Definitely, right.
However, what could that mean? It's a bit like this. But there are also good points about it. That's why Japan is peaceful. Because of APA. What do you mean? What do you mean? It's really hard, but we have to get through it. We can't go without it. We can't. It's a trial of innocence for me. In other words, such a trial. Ordinary people don't have it.
Isn't it?
Well, you want to be there, don't you? If that's the case. Oh.
Because that's what happens.
Right? The other player can't even talk where he fell, you know.
That's why, you know, something... There are a few people who say that Tenjin is cute compared to Naoto Inoue, but he's not cute at all. Rather, the most cute person is rather...
Lucky, the utmost respect for you.
I think so.
'Cause I really think so. I'll say it clearly. That day's match, Nakatani's match, the match at the match venue, all were much more brilliant than the Angels' match.
Both technique and content.
With Mr. Hosokawa Valentine,
You know,
it's absolutely not like that with me.
the Angels trial was the most interesting to me.
The Angel's already there.
Is it a punch?
I really hate Angels.
It is.
Well, because you're already an Angels fanboy, so another person you like has appeared. Yay!
That's everyone. What's wonderful is wonderful, and what's not is up to the individual to judge.
So now you're a casual fan too, you know,
You're bashing casual fans, aren't you?
in the end, I think it's good to do what I believe in. Even though it's a good thing, like there are a lot of casual fans. I think that's why I'm on the rise. I think I'll show you my true value. That's what I think, you guys.
Johnny's
With Taku,
it doesn't change.
I'm a Johnny's fan. As a Johnny's fan, it's not like I'm saying they're good at singing or anything. Jeez.
But really, though,
It was a concert after all. The main is there, Yan. It's a good song. The song is up. Or something like that. The main thing is it's like returning to the soil or something.
well then,
But I think that people who really love music are always listening. Music, the content of music, for example. If it were me, I would be the sound of hip hop. I like music. It doesn't matter who I like. This song is good, right? I think people who like it listen to it that way. So you understand what I'm thinking now, right? Having many fans is a wonderful thing. But this casual fan as it is, for example, after the Angels disappeared, the Inui disappeared, and even after Nakatani Miki disappeared, they continue. There is a need to increase the core fans for this. These core fans. We need to gradually increase them. That's the idea.
I will.
Want to do
That's the base. It becomes the base. That's what I think.
sound.
Music is interesting, isn't it? You say that because you're a musician, right? Because you're a musician, you say things like that quite often. Yes, that's right.
This definitely. If it's an alternate, even a knockout.
Here we are again, having this conversation over and over because of that outcome. Create music that has good sound and skills. Musicians and such, for example, like PA, are definitely like that. Such skills are not included, but why are they not popular? Why is that happening?
And the conclusion?
Because it's giving what people want, that's why.
Of course.
So,
Because I am that.
what makes good music?
Ah, yes.
Whether it's a song that can be well made or everyone likes to make music, which one to prioritize, I want to say this here.
For example, I think the naming that I am a casual fan or a core fan is not good, but I don't feel that either is great or amazing. The reason why Japan is not good now is generally what I think. If, for example, there are 10 core fans, 90 are casual fans or new fans, then the balance is not good at all. In Japan today, 99 are casual fans and only one is a core fan. So these core fans can't support these new fans, and if this player disappears, it's over, right? When Asakura doesn't show up, it's the future. That much.
It doesn't become a topic, does it? Right?
Because I think this part is about me.
I am.
Which way is it now? For example, I don't say that Johnny's music is bad.
I am Ka.
If I go to karaoke, I'll sing One Flower in the World by SMAP.
Yeah.
It's a good song, isn't it?
Only.
What do you want to say? Which direction of adjustment? Everyone is everyone. Something like this. Britney Spears. If you want something rustic, go for the core. What if hip-hop is gone? And other music too.
But it's gone.
If it's gone, then what?
Seriously.
I think it's wrong again.
Yes, both are important.
I'm saying this is necessary.
Now,
Japan is clearly disproportional.
Japan's status.
The combat skills do not match. That ratio
Is because
it's quite intense, but the fan base is growing consistently. Everyone is just a little bit more
to say that it's a big deal, isn't it? Holding.
Isn't it something you should go, isn't it?
That's my thought. If we want to increase the core fans through Tenjin, we have to do it with Japanese boxers who are a bit known, don't we? The opponent also continues his activities afterwards and goes on. If you're not strong to some extent, you won't get noticed, so you have to do it anyway. Like barley tea or something, or take in the future. That's good, isn't it? But Natsukawa... called a casual fan, it's just a hobby, isn't it? Tenshin is special. For example, even if Asakura Mikuru, who is super popular, comes to boxing, you can't see a skill like Tenshin's there, right? If that's the case, I don't think I can become such a fanboy.
That's right.
Tenshin Nasukawa has really been followed since the kick era, so that's why he's been rising in kickboxing, beating martial artists, and even after transferring to boxing, he's really been following that story, so there's a bit of that special fan connection. That's why it's not just about becoming a fanboy who goes through all the members, it's not just about being a casual fan. Because popular people don't just go, oh, wow, I'm going to do boxing.
So, not just core fans, but passionate fans, they get excited.
Towards it, I see.
Well, I'm an idol otaku now, but my favorite is...
Well, it can't be helped. I see. It's scary.
Truth.
The push of is it a tension thing?
That's a completely different thing.
It's fine. I'm definitely going to become a world champion next time, so I think that's a mistake.
Yeah, me too. だけど、このスーパーバンタム級という、当たりではよっぽど世界ランキングの上位のすげ。Hey, you're pretty strong, aren't you? But I think I'm stronger, being Japanese and all. The battlefield is Japan, because I think so naturally when I do it with Japanese people, I get more attention.
Of course.
That's right. I'm Naoya Inoue, and that's what I think.
Well, now...
Because he's already at the top of the top. Well, his opponents are no longer Japanese, that's all he's saying.
In summary, it's a roller coaster ride. He hates casual fans and says that everyone who likes Tenshin is a casual fan.
It's scary, isn't it? Stop it already!
Don't say you're going to quit.
I did, right? I wonder what it is. It's always like this, every time. I talk with Shin, and when I see the comments on the videos I shot with Shin, it makes me sad.
So...
It's like that. It's not there. What is it? It's not there. Here.
Introduction. Let me introduce. When Yuka Hosokawa Valentine is in the video, please attach it to Sunday. Click yes, so as not to be absent. An aunt is necessary because it's a lot, right?
Also, slowly but surely.
Really, the aunt is important.
When talking to Shin, do you have a deeper conversation?
I think so, but I
definitely say things that probably pierce people's emotions.
I think,
That's what I think. Of course, that if you're pricked by emotions, whether you like it or not, it's gonna come out big. I don't care at all because I'm like this. I hate being told what to do.
Kaso,
There's absolutely none of that.
everyone's sentence.
Ooh,
It's welcome.
not welcome at all.
I am that what?
I guess I'm thinking about how people feel. If I don't express myself, I think it's better for me not to say anything at all.
So,
That's why I think if everyone can enjoy themselves and express their feelings, my spirits will rise even more.
it's not.
I believe everyone will be thrilled as well.
That's why I think we need a hard push, right, Tenshin? Oh, because I am.
I'm Eitsu. I've said it many times, haven't I?
Because that's necessary. That's necessary.
Even if necessary, I don't want to become that.
But I guess I'm pretty negative about saying boxing, aren't I?
Who? Saying it so negatively.
I guess it's because I'm the one who's likely to pick up on the bad parts. There's a chance that only the bad parts will be taken.
For example, if it were top-level boxers, everyone would understand what Tenshin is saying is... So, for example, you can't compare with ordinary people. In the end, that comparison object becomes Naoya Inoue.
Yoso.
Anyway, Naoya Inoue is like a bug in the game or something.
Waka.
Rugo?
Everyone is passing again. Please wait a moment.
It feels like a cheat.
I understand.
Of...
Enter a strange password and done.
It's like a character that would come out saying that is...
That's why it's suspected of doping overseas.
That's why it ends up being compared because of that. To be honest, it's quite frustrating to be compared all the time. Well, when compared to Naoto Igarashi, can we really say that Tenshin Nasukawa is bright at this stage? I'm sorry, but I can't do that. If I were to say that outright, it would be a lie, you know?
But I do think that Tenshin Nasukawa is amazing as a boxer, you know? Doesn't everyone understand that Nakatani is not as strong? Why can't Taraji and Nakatani be compared to Yutaka Igarashi, but Tenshi can be compared?
At least Taraji and Nakatani are also being compared. They're being compared too.
What the hell is that?
In the end, why isn't it popular? That's the talk.
It's gonna be, but first of all, one,
Nakatani is being compared directly. That level is close. Because it seems to be so. It's only natural that Taraji is not being compared. It's a light fly. There's absolutely no chance of a match. The level is too high.
Ukotoka so.
For example, if you were riding pound for pound, it would be different again.
Do
I haven't ridden it yet.
Ina.
So compare.
It's inevitable. No one is looking.
Nobody talks about the match between Scrowford and Inoue Naoya. Who do you want to see on the pound for pound list?
Although it's not something that is often said. It's difficult to compare without a basis for comparison.
Simply put, that Tenma Narukawa is already operating at Naoki Inoue's level directly. He's a superhuman with his kicks.
Becoming a world champion.
If he becomes one,
The more it seems to be the case. Thank you for your long time again.
Tenshin.
This video covers the River Valentine. I'm also on the Otsukawa Valentine channel, so please check the description box. Thanks. Please subscribe to that channel. Smash that button. Please smash that button too. Yes, let's meet again. Bye-bye.